Hey, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with another stock price prediction, analyst prediction video. This is one that's a stock that's hot, and it's just been hot, and it's going to continue to get hotter, I think. And that stock is Palantir. Hopefully, I said that wrong. I've seen it pronounced different ways, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So if I'm wrong, I apologize, but it's Palantir. And this is a crazy, crazy stock. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. It's blowing up YouTube, it's everywhere. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the stock fundamentals, kind of what's going on with the stock, how is it done, how's it compared to the last 6 months, 5 month, 1 month, how's it compared with the Nasdaq losing its value for a while in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Then we're going to jump over and we're going to see, what do the top analysts think of this stock. Is this a stock you should buy? Is it going to go up in the next 12 months? What's it going to do in the next 12 months? Is this a stock that if you buy it per what the analysts are saying, that stock's going to go up and you're going to make money? This one's going to surprise you. You're going to want to stick around to the end, and you're going to want to see this. I was surprised when I saw this one. I make these videos all the time. This one surprised me. I can't stress that enough. You're going to want to check out what the top stock analysts think of Palantir. It's a shocker. Okay, with all that said, remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. As always, do your own due diligence. Understand a stock before you buy it. Don't make a stock purchase based off of emotion. Buy it when you know the fundamentals and you know what the business does and what's going to happen. I'm just here to bring you some information that can maybe help you make a better buying decision of whether or not you should get into a stock or not. Also, with all that said, right, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Become part of my community. My YouTube channel is just blowing up and taking off. I've been doing stock investing for 30 plus years. I'm here for one reason only, that's to help you make better stock buying decisions by bringing you these videos and helping you understand, what do the analysts think about these stocks? Are they good buys? Are they not? Palantir is going to surprise you. So also, please, please, please hit that like button. It's not hard to do. Right below the video, just hit those little thumb up, the like button. That helps this video, helps my channel. It helps me to grow. It helps me to help more people make better decisions, and that's what we all want. We're a community. So please, please become part of my community. Subscribe, like. Here we go. Let's go look at Palantir and see what's going on with it. This one's interesting. Here we go. As I mentioned, Palantir is hot. It has been hot. It's continuing to be hot. You can't throw a dead cat on YouTube and not hit a Palantir video. I was like, hey, I got to get in on this. But I really wanted to approach this differently for you guys and really bring some new information to the table to kind of cut through it a little bit to see if this is a stock you should invest in or not, per what the analysts are predicting this stock is going to be priced at in the next 12 months. Is it going to go up, going to go down? And we're going to cover that here in a second. But before we get to that, let's look at what's going on with the stock right here, right now. Right here now, the stock is currently trading up about $26.34. Obviously, the Nasdaq is killing it. Nice bounce back up. So the stock is up 6.4 today percent. Let's look at the 5-day trend. The 5-day trend almost exactly follows what I kind of see in other stocks. I look at these stock these graphs all the time. It's kind of following that similar 5-day. 1 month, yep, kind of similar, kind of down, although it didn't have as much of a down steep grade as a lot of other stocks. Lost about 20% when kind of in this Nasdaq decline that we had, the last 3-4 plus weeks, where the Nasdaq was really kind of correcting itself, and hopefully we're done with that and we're bouncing back up. The data would seem to tell us that we are. We've had a couple of nice days as we bounce back from that March 8th low, as we're kind of coming back up. Look, from March 8th, it was priced at 22.52, so it's already bounced back up pretty nicely to 26.35, and that's kind of what's going on with Palantir right now from a 1 month standpoint. Let's kind of look at 6 months. 6 months, we've got a pretty standard trend line that I've been seeing across a bunch of different stocks and different sectors. I want to see what our high was. High was 39 back in January, late January of 2021, where we kind of tested those peaks of $39, or a nice high there. Okay, let's look at some news real quickly, see kind of what's going on. So Palantir, and I'm not going to get this right. Faurecia embark on a long-term strategic partnership. They announced a double-click demo event. Let's see, they've announced a long-term partnership with French automotive supplier. All right, right here, the Amazon AWS partnership is a game changer, and ARK Invest is acquiring large amounts of share. If you don't know who ARK is, ARK Funds is headed up by Kathy Wood. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the smartest people on the internet, and the head of ARK Funds. She's got the ARK ETFs. I happen to own a few of those myself. I'm a huge believer in her, and it's almost like I'm one of those guys who believes that, hey, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, okay? So if there's other people that are frankly smarter than me, they're looking at putting money in, I tend to want to kind of be where they're at. So the reason I've got money in some of Kathy's, ARC funds, ETF. So if you might go check those out, and those are amazing. I think I'm going to do some videos on the kind of the ARC funds in the near future. So go keep your eye out. Again, subscribe, become part of my community. So that's what's going on with Palantir. We got some good news that, we got some good news going on, and let's go see what the analysts think. Here we go. This one's a shocker. Okay, before I do this, drum roll please, right? 26.34 is what we're trading at right this second. 26.34, and the analysts don't really like this stock, okay? It's rated as a moderate sell, guys, based on 7 analyst ratings. So right now we're trading at 26.37. The stock analysts are saying that within 1 year, this has a 2% downside of 25.83. Okay, I'm going to come back to this in a minute. Let's look at the analysts. Let's look at who is covering this. So we've got Jefferies, which is a big firm, RBC Capital, Credit Suisse, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs. Pretty much across the board, the majority are saying, hey, sell, sell, sell. And there's some, they're saying that price targets could go down to 19.15 with some significant downside, things like that. We've got 1, 2 buys, 40 and 34 respectfully. What's going on here? Here's what I think. I think that Palantir spooks everybody, similar to Tesla. I think that it's a stock that everybody wants to talk about. Everybody wants to kind of get a piece of it. And I don't think a lot of people understand what Palantir does. Their business model is kind of complex. They've got there's a lot going on there. Go check out some other videos here on YouTube where you can get some better explanations of kind of what it is they do. They're in data. They're a big data company, right? But this one's hard. I'm going to tell you straight up. This one's hard because you've got analysts saying, hey, this is a stock you probably don't want to get into, right? But if you kind of contrast that against the fact that, look, AWS has struck a major partnership with them. ARK Invest is acquiring large amounts of shares of this. Cathie Woods and ARK Invest those guys are bright. They are smart. They do not put their money where they don't feel they're going to get a good return on it. And then you kind of contrast this against what the analysts think, and we're at a 2% downside. Hey, should you get into this one or not? This one's tough. Honestly, I expected the analysts to have this one as a buy. A lot of times, guys, and this was just a little sneak peek behind the curtain, I don't look at what the analysts think here on Tip Ranks before I actually do the video, because I want to be kind of surprised, as I'm seeing it. Now, cards on the table, I did look at this one before because I was curious. But this one shocked me. I expected us to have a higher price target on this for 12 months. Remember, this is March 21 right now and going to March 22. On average, they're saying it's a high of $40, an average of 25, which is down, and a low of 15. This one's tough. I'm not going to tell you it's not. I think that this is a hot stock. It's a hot stock from the standpoint of everybody's talking about it, and there's a lot of media and buzz around it, and there's all this stuff going around it. And so whether or not you should get into it is ultimately going to be your decision, and you need to make a buy decision based off the data. Do you understand the business model? And do you think it's a good stock for you? So some final thoughts here. This one's hard. I'm going to tell you this one's hard. I think that Palantir is a hot buzz stock. Should you buy it or not? That's ultimately your call, right? Again, entertainment purposes only, disclaimer, all that stuff. I think that if you kind of look at it from the standpoint of, is it a good stock? I think it's got great fundamentals. I think it's a business that's going to continue to get bigger. Also, if you didn't know this, Palantir gave almost like $1.2 billion back to their employees in stock grants and stock buys. It's crazy. They invest in their people heavily because they are a data company. People are their asset, right? So they gave over $1 billion they gave back to their employees. This is a very, very cool company. What they do is amazing. They're the leader in what they do and all those kind of things. And I don't know if the analysts have this one wrong. I really trust like Kathy and ARK Funds Invest, ARK Funds, all that. This one's tough. And I'm just going to tell you that I hope that this video maybe helped you get a better, clear picture over what should you put money in Palantir or not. I don't have any money in Palantir. I'm going to tell you that straight up. And I'm going to kind of sit on the sidelines and wait and see what happens with this one. There's a little bit too much conflicting information. Usually my goal is kind of if Kathy's got money in it, yeah, but well, actually I am invested in because I'm in a couple of ARK ETFs and they have Palantir holding in those. So technically I do have some Palantir stock through the ARK ETFs. I wish I could kind of give you more insight. And I think that you have to take it all into consideration, understand the business, understand the fundamentals. Does this stock fit your portfolio? And I say this all the time, but I look at from a 12-month, 24-month kind of time frame, buying and holding and making my money in the long term. And this one's tough. And I think you ought to just put this one and watch it some more and see what happens and see kind of how if it fits your overall investing strategy. That's really all my advice I can give to you. But the analysts are not real hot on this, and I tend to look at what analysts are doing and then what major players are doing. And right now we're getting absolutely conflicting information on this one, which hey, it's the stock market. That happens, right? So I'm going to wrap up there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please consider, if you haven't already done so, subscribe, hit the like button. Would love to have you part of the community. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.